Hi guys, back on here again. Want to share a couple of dreams I had with you just the other night. So I just had this dream on Thursday night, so I want to share it with you. So I'm gonna be putting it on my Brighteon because it is of a sensitive nature now that they're censoring everything. So I'm gonna have to put this on Brighteon. So anyway, so that I don't have to, that I can just talk to you kind of straight and direct about this, okay? So anyway, it's about the vaccines. So I will go straight into it. So I had a dream on Thursday night, 18th of February, 2021. And in this dream, I'll just describe the dream first and then I'll just go through what I believe the interpretation of the dream is, okay? So I had a dream. I was hiding in my dad's room, in his bedroom. Like I was doing something, like I was hiding under the bed, and I think I was just doing research on the vaccine, or I was dealing with something to do with the vaccine. He came in and caught me, but he was willing to support me in on it, right? So he was getting behind me and supporting me in what I was doing. So then I proceeded to tell him that there was two women that I knew that were hiding the fact that they took this vaccine, and now both of them had a very toxic, possibly life-threatening side effect, right? And I could feel that my dad was being compassionate about it, and wanted to help me with this situation. So in the dream, I understood exactly what this side effect was, and the details of it were that their feces would become liquefied and it would turn black, and it just pours out of them, and so that they become very dehydrated, and it was potentially fatal. In this dream, I knew it was a very toxic kind of thing that it created, right? So it created toxicity in the body, and as a result, this is what would happen, and it was potentially fatal, and I knew this, right? And so these two women were getting this side effect from the vaccines. So they faced this very serious side effect threat, right? So when I was meditating the next day, I was thinking, like, what does that mean? What does it mean about, what is the meaning of my dad being in the dream, and all the other details? And I realized that my dad was God in the dream, and that he was knowing everything that was going on. He could see everything that was going on, and he was supportive, and he was trying to assist me in this. And that these two women, I believe, were Christians, but they were hiding the fact from their families, because I think they're Christian families, and they were hiding the fact that they had taken the vaccine. That's what they were doing. They were doing it in secret. But now they were having this life-threatening condition, side effect from the vaccine. So I believe this dream is just showing us that, there's going to be many Christians that are going to take this vaccine, and probably many of them maybe secretly as well. But that there is going to come a very bad side effect from the vaccine, which is this toxicity in the body, which demonstrates in that kind of manner that the feces become very liquidized, and liquefaction was a word that came into my dream as well. And it was like become black and toxic, and it will flow out of you, so that dehydration was a very serious problem and a serious killer problem. And and it was so it made the body very toxic. So that was what I got, right, from that one. And then I went back to sleep. Now, I wrote all the details down. That's why I recorded all the details, because I believed it was from the Lord. And then I got another dream straight away when I went to sleep, right? And in this dream, there was this girl, and she had broken up from her boyfriend. And then the boyfriend came back on the scene. So, he was gone for maybe a few months, couple of months, and he was back on the scene again. He was going back out with this girl. But this time when I was looking at him, it was like I knew him, even though I didn't know him, but I knew him in the dream, okay? And when I looked at him, I could see there was something wrong with his eyes. Like his eyes were very distracted looking. And I knew in my mind, I was like thinking, there's something wrong with him. There's something different with him. And then in this dream, his face went kind of like white paint, like his face went white paint, and then it went to black paint. And then there was two little horns, black horns kind of sticking up. And then his face went back to normal again. And I felt what the Lord was showing me was this guy had become a hybrid because he'd taken the vaccine. And that's what God was showing me. Right, so they're the two dreams. Now, the other thing, as I was writing this down earlier on today, because I obviously write down my dreams, the Lord often highlights and makes a play on words and stuff like that. He just highlights things to me, you know, because, yeah, and he highlighted the word hybrid. And I felt this is what he was showing me. Hybrid is like higher breed, higher breed, right? And I felt like the hidden truth, which is in plain sight, because this is what happens. It's like, you know, hidden truth is in plain sight. Basically, the Lord shows me this a lot, and that's even the way the enemy works. There's hidden truths in plain sight. That they are trying to make a higher breed of human beings. That's what they're doing. They're trying to make a higher breed, thinking that they can improve on God, imagine. But it's obviously got to do with the AI, connecting AI with human beings to make a higher breed. But I believe this is what God is revealing, that is their plan, to make a higher breed of human beings. Okay, so, and then the other thing that was highlighted is like that we're in the season of hybrid, hybrid. And like I had heard the word hybrid because the Lord gave me this word ages ago and had a dream, and that's why I looked it up. But I had not any idea of what hybrid was prior to that. And the next thing I was seeing hybrid cars, and I was like, wow, I never heard the word before. And then all of a sudden this hybrid car is coming out, So I felt the Lord highlighting that it's like we're in the season of hybrid, that the hybrid cars is evidence of it. And now they're trying to make hybrid human beings. So this is the season of hybrid. That's what I felt the Lord showed me. And hybrid as a meaning, it actually means that it's the offspring of two plants or animals of different species or varieties, i.e. a mule, which is a mix between, I think it's a donkey and a horse, right? Or it's a thing made by combining two different elements, hybrid, diesel, electric cars. So it has a diesel and electric, and we being hybrid, I think like and I've said this before, like in Daniel, it said that the last beast was made of clay and metal, even though they didn't mix. And I believe it's the AI with human beings, because that's the ultimate plan of Satan, is to connect us to the AI so that we will be completely controlled by the AI. And God showed me in other dreams that I've had that they will be, once you are connected to the AI, they will be able to control your thoughts. They'll be able to speak to you in your mind, and they'll be able to control your thoughts. They'll be able to, control you completely. And God showed me this in former dreams, and there's evidence that is absolutely the case. Sounds far-fetched, but it's not. They're way more advanced than we even know about at the moment, right? So that was interesting what the Lord showed me. The other thing I just want to mention, if I have the time, is when I asked the Lord about the vaccines, and I asked him to speak to me about the vaccines, he gave me Isaiah 59, and I'll just grab it here for you. Isaiah 59:5, because he spoke to me and he said cockatrice. And I was like, cockatrice, and I thought that is in Isaiah, because I knew it was in Isaiah. There is 3 references in the scriptures about cockatrice, which you may not know what it is, right? I had to look it up what it was. It is a hybrid. It is a mix of a cock-a-doodle-doo, cock as in male hen, and a dragon. So it's a mix of two kinds, right? Which is amazing to me, that of all the things that the Lord would speak to me when I asked him about the vaccines, he said to me, cockatrice. And it's a hybrid. Incredible. I mean, it couldn't have been more accurate. It couldn't have been more spot on, you know. And listen to what it says here. So it says in verse 5, they hatch cockatrice eggs and weave the spider's web. And I mentioned that in my last video about the World Wide Web. It is a web. It's a web to catch you, to ensnare human beings. It's a web. And I even mentioned that in my last video, right? And he that eats of their eggs dies, and that which is crushed breaks out into a viper, right? So there's poison in those eggs. There's poison in those vaccines, what they're giving to us. And it says, what is crushed that breaks out into a viper. That's, I believe the Lord is saying, it's a demon spirit. You know, it breaks out into like a spirit. There's a demon spirit behind it. Now let me just read on here, because it says, their webs shall not become garments, neither shall they cover themselves with their works. Their works are works of iniquity, and the act of violence is in their hands. Their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Luciferians. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity, wasting and destruction are in their paths. That's exactly what the devil's plan is, to still kill and destroy. That's always his vision, and it's still his vision today. The way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. They have made them crooked paths, and whosoever goes therein shall not know peace. If you follow their lies and deception, you will not know peace. So that's what I got. So pray about it, folks, and see, you know, ask the Lord to confirm it. If, you know, if this is of the Lord, test everything. The Bible says, test the spirits to know if they're from God. So just test the spirits, ask the Lord yourselves, and seek him concerning these things. So that's all I have to share at the moment. Have a read of Isaiah 59. I think I've mentioned it before. I believe it shows a lot about the agenda, this agenda of the Antichrist, and what's going on with the elite and all the rest of it, and the deception and the lies, because it speaks continuously about deception and lies, and that's what we're in right now. And then chapter 60 of Isaiah talks about the coming revival, worldwide revival, before Christ returns and reigns for 1,000 years. I believe Isaiah 59 and 60 are connected. So just have a read and ask the Lord about that too. God bless you all, and I'll speak to you again as the Lord leads me. God bless. Bye.